It all comes down to what do you want? The operating word here is you. What do you want? What does it take to make you happy? I've talked in my videos that what the world and the media and other people wrongly refer to as happiness is really contentment. That is what you want. That is what brings you what you think happiness does. Happiness is fleeting, like I've talked before. Happiness can change from 1 hour to the next. But if you have achieved contentment in your life, you are serenely at peace with yourself, with that deep smile, with your hands locked behind your head, laid back, knowing in your heart that you are living the life that you want. Imagine being here, for example, next to the marina, in a world where people are at peace with each other, instead of getting up at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., getting ready for the work, battling the traffic. You can do this. For me, a place like this brings me joy. And some of you might say, well, easy for you to say, but no, I have worked in the corporate world. You have to decide what is important to you, and immediately what is more important to you. Buying more stuff, saddling yourself down with debt, filling your space with things that you don't need. I visit my loved ones in certain parts of the western United States, and driving there I see people with their garage door open, and they have so much junk that they've collected that not only their house is full, but the entire garages are full, and their cars are parked outside because there's no space in the garage to park the car. And you know something? When you go inside those homes, and I have gone, even if you threw away 85% of the junk in there, there would still be more junk that they don't need and have accumulated and have kept for no reason. This is indicative of their life, because they've saddled themselves down with things that they don't really need, and they lament, why can't I be free? Why can't I be happy? Why can't I live the life I want? You know, they say, for example, for a traveler, an experienced traveler, they say there are two kinds of travelers in the world. The ones who travel light and the ones who wished they had traveled light. I say travel light through the world. Don't saddle yourself down with things. And don't saddle yourself down with emotional baggage also. Chasing dead relationships, remaining in dead relationships that is bringing you down on a daily basis, destroying you from inside, because it's one-sided, because you want something from that other person that other person never meant to give to you in the first place. I've referred to this before, but I think it's very interesting and worth repeating again. I heard once from an Austrian experienced, let's say, philosopher, and he said, if you pulled aside two people that were about to get married, and you ask them individually, okay, what is your expectations of this marriage? And then, you ask the same question of the other part, the husband or to be. The responses would be so vastly different as far as their expectations and what they were hoping that this marriage would bring them, that if they compared notes with each other, it would be shocking. It would be shocking, because what she's expecting to get out of this marriage and what he thinks he will be getting out of this marriage are so far apart, are so completely different. Yet when they get together, they do the smileys and the googly eyes and agreement to 90% of what each other wants, because it's the honeymoon period, and they're under the false belief that they're going to get what they want out of this relationship, both of them, as different as they may be, but not yet revealed. And so everything is fine, everything is hunky-dory, as they say. But when the proverbial SHIT hits the fan, when reality hits, when fantasy and honeymoon ends, they start to slowly realize all the things that they want, all the expectations that they have that are completely different than each other. And what keeps a relationship together? What is the most solid glue that guarantees a long-lasting relationship, whether it's with your, opposite sex love partner, or if it's with your same-sex friends? It is wanting the same things. That is the most solid glue and guarantee that will keep a relationship going. Wanting the same things. When you think about it, where do you meet your best friends? Where do you derive the most enjoyment from other people? It is with people that want the same things in life. Where do gamblers meet other gamblers? In the casino. Where do I meet other like-minded people? My mother, bless her soul, said something that translated into English really defines this perfectly. She had an unbelievable knowledge of life philosophy, and I think she passed that down to me. Well, she said, you subconsciously scan the globe to find the like-minded people who want the same things you do. Basically, birds of a feather flock together. And it's true. We subconsciously gravitate towards people that want the same things that we do. If you're a golf nut, like to play golf all day long, guess what kind of people you're going to have the most enjoyment with? Other people that play golf. And then within those people, you find some that are, well, they like golf, but they don't really enjoy other things you do, and they're not on the same wavelength as far as the other things. But you gravitate towards that percentage of them, that portion of the golf lovers that also like the other things that you do. And the more things you have in common that you enjoy doing, the more life philosophies and activities you like to engage in, the more glue gets added to the longevity of this relationship. And that brings us contentment, my friends, like nothing else in the world. So, going back to the beginning of this video, it all comes down to, what do you want? That, my friends, is the only question you need to be asking yourself every day as you're in traffic, driving to work. Ask yourself, what do I really want? And in closing in this video, I want to tell you something. Sadly, majority of the people do not have the knowledge to ask themselves that question. And even more sadly, majority of the people don't know what they want. Guess what happens when you don't have a destination in life? You'll never get there. You'll get into your car, it's full of gas, engine is on, you're in first gear, but you don't have a destination. So first, determine the destination. First, determine and be 100% honest with yourself. What is it that you want? Don't be ashamed of the things you love to do and the things you hate. Don't be bashful about telling others, hey, I like you, you're a nice guy, you're a nice girl, whatever, but I don't enjoy doing this and I'm not going to do it anymore. I only have one life to live and I owe it to myself and everyone around me to be content myself before I can provide contentment to anyone else. So, this is your job number one. If you want to lead a fulfilling, content life, ask yourself keep asking yourself until you arrive at the proper, true answer of what is it that you want, you would prefer to be doing in the most of your waking hours. So, discover what it is that you want, and discover the key to your serene contentment. What the lesser intelligent, lesser wise people call happiness.